Somolu Area 5th Annual Convention. I will build my church and the gate of hell will not prevail.
Pastor Timothy Agbeja is my name, and also Somolu Area Superintendent. Actually, I want to thank God for the team which the Lord has given to us, especially in Somolu area. He gave us purposely to build us up. He is building us. But I want to thank God because in doing more exegesis to the team, we were able to at least to disabuse the mind of the people about the erroneous conception about the team that the Lord will build His church. Many denominations are getting it wrong. Some believe that Peter is the foundation that the church was built upon, but it's a misconception. Christ never said He built His church on Peter as the foundation. Yeah, we encounter very few problems, but as the Lord has said, He will not allow the gates of hell to prevail. We have challenges, but as according to His word and His promises, He never allowed those things that serves as maybe a mountain of difficulties for us in planning the convention. The Lord eventually planned along with us. He was there directing us, and then we eventually listened to Him. I would have said that one, the temple itself is still under construction, and the Lord said during the men's movement convention that there should be a facelift to the convention. And I want to thank the Lord that people eventually rose up to that challenge, and you can see for yourself what the Lord Almighty has started doing about what that posed itself to be a threat to the convention. So I can take you around to see what the Lord has started doing. As the Lord has rightly said that He's building His church, and we are the church. Right? In the next coming convention, we have it in mind. He has been building His church Himself. In the prophecy, one of the prophecies we received during the services, the Lord said, we, the area council, should raise ourselves up to encourage one another to make sure that we have a model school. And that is going to be one of the first targets before the next coming convention. We want to make sure that we, because He said He's going to provide the land suddenly. So we want to raise help, assistance, especially in monetary aspects, so that the moment He will provide the land, we will not have any difficulties in procuring such a land. And by the time we might have procured the land, we'll definitely start a school, a model school. And possibly that will start from the crèche, primary, secondary, and even to tertiary institution. I know people will be surprised. We're going to start that all by God's grace come next year, before the forthcoming convention. And we also have it in mind, we have some other projects too. Last year, the Lord used us greatly, as He said that He will provide accommodation for His people. And in 3 months, we were able to procure a house worth 22 million, which we want to use for car park. So, but at the interim, we want to try to convert it to lodging, so that we'll bring out some flats there, and after a while, then we'll demolish such, and then bring in some other buildings. All this we are trying, we are envisaging before the forthcoming convention that all these things will come up by the special grace of God. So this is a part of how the Lord is building us up, even physically. Excellent. They all tried since the beginning of the convention. The planning committee and every other person, even our wives inclusive. I want to appreciate the Lord for that. You heard the commendation even from the prophecy that was yesterday. And then among the guests that were invited during the service of songs, you heard how the choir who were rated. So I think it's awesome. Excellent. So to God be the glory. We want to appreciate those people that eventually turn up for the convention. This team that the Lord is giving to us, that He will build His church and the gate of hell will not prevail, has a lot of things underneath. He said He's going to build us. Why does He say He wants to do that? He wants to do that because He knew we needed to be brought up. So, I want to encourage any of us that sat under the exposition of this team that come next year, we expect a new person, well brought up. And as such, we are believing everybody that attended the convention would have the knowledge of what a church is, and then what is meant by the gates of hell, and reason why Christ said He's going to build His church. So we were told much about the purpose of the church, right? And then from there it is expected we are now a new creature, right? And we realize ourselves as the church that Christ is building. So all He's expecting us is to live a life of Christ here on earth. So I'm expecting this from every one of us that attended the convention.
Somolu Area 5th Annual Convention. I will build my church and the gate of hell will not prevail.